Our Heavenly Father, in our coming together tonight, we realize times like this, there's a lot of things that are floating by our ears. This decision, that understanding of a decision. And I pray that you bring peace to our minds tonight, just like I ask that you bring peace to this meeting and peace to our hearts, and that with it, you would grant us to have that of wisdom, to have that of courage within this hour. And for our city family tonight, wherever there's a person in need, whether it be they've lost a loved one, whether they're going through other complications, maybe it's, I don't even know what it might be, but Lord, we place our city people in your hands. And thank you that there are people who are willing to step into the place of leadership, take the responsibilities that go with it, and make the decisions to the best of their ability. We thank you for them tonight, and we give you glory and praise and honor. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we remain standing? I'd like to have a minute of silence. Our solicitor, Brock Russell, lost his mom this week. So, Brock, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. Please bow your head. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thanks, Mayor.
This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement in the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any changes or reviews to the agenda?
There are two. We have the addition under petitions and letters, item 2, reappointing the police chaplains, and also we have a resolution which was added during the work session authorizing Synergy LLC to apply for interconnection application for solar project for city buildings. Excuse me.
Thank you. We'll now go into presentations. I know that I have a presentation. I believe, Commissioner, you have one also?
I do.
Commissioner Alvarez?
Yes.
Anyone else? What do you have, too? Who has the photos?
Commissioner Cooper.
Cooper? Okay. I'll go up first. So we'll have someone from the Red Cross here. Debbie? Am I saying it wrong? First name? Carol. Carol. I said Debbie. Come on up, Carol. My apologies. It's the gray hair.
I used to be Debbie, but nobody answered my
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you. You saved me. Whereas more than 137 years ago, the American Red Cross was established as a humanitarian organization guided by 7 fundamental principles, including humanity, impartiality, and independence, to provide services to those in need regardless of race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, or citizenship status. Today, the American Red Cross is one of the largest humanitarian organizations in the world and delivers its mission every day to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. And whereas every year the American Red Cross responds to an average of more than 62,000 disasters across the country, from small home fires to devastating massive disasters. Last year's large crisis included a mudslide in California, a volcano in Hawaii, wildfires in Colorado and California, destructive hurricanes in Florida and the Carolinas, and devastating typhoon in U.S. territories. Thousands of American Red Cross volunteers provided around-the-clock shelter for disaster victims, served millions of meals and snacks with partners, and distributed millions of relief items. Whereas in New Jersey, the Red Cross has a long history of helping our neighbors in need. The Red Cross New Jersey region assisted with 902 local disasters in the past year alone and helped save lives through our home fire campaign. Since the campaign launched in October 2014, the New Jersey region has worked with community partners to install more than 31,761 smoke alarms. Meanwhile, in our area, the Red Cross handles an average of 5,000 or 5,100 emergency military calls every year and collects an average of 95,000 units of blood from our generous blood donors. And whereas the American Red Cross Shelter feeds and provides emotional support to victims of disasters, supplies about 40% of the nation's blood, teaches skills that save lives, provides international humanitarian aid, and supports military members and their families. And whereas the Red Cross depends on these local heroes to deliver and hope during a disaster, we applaud our heroes in New Jersey who gave themselves to assist their neighbors when they needed help in hand. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of Commissioners of the City of Millville do hereby proclaim March 2019 as Red Cross Month and encourage all Americans to support this organization and its noble humanitarian mission. We dedicate the month of March to all those who support the American Red Cross mission to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. Our community depends on the American Red Cross, which relies on volunteers and generosity of the public to perform its mission. Adopted March 19, 2019, attested by Jeannie Hitchner, our city clerk, and signed by all the commissioners. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate it. You're welcome. Yes. So this program continues. In May, they're coming back, and we're going to be asking for volunteers. And I know that Samantha Cruz is here and Commissioner Cooper is here with the RVC. We're going to be reaching out to them. What they're going to do, we're going to start on the east side of town at 6th and Broad. We're going to set up right at the high school parking lot and across the street, the other parking lot. And what we're going to do, along with the fire department and the police department, we're going to go out and check and replace smoke detectors. So that's something that they're doing in our community, and it'll be in May. So thank you so much for choosing Millville, and of course, you're always welcome to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's going to take a picture? Let's see. She's always ready. Stand over here.
I just want to thank the Board of Commissioners and the Mayor and the City of Millville for giving us the opportunity to help the residents, because that's why we're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Commissioner Galvis?
Commissioner Cooper is actually next one.
You're next,
Would you
Cooper?
like to provide the photo awards?
Oh, Winter.
Yes, sir. All right. Our annual winter photo contest. We had quite a few entries this year, and they are all on display at the RRCA at 22 North High Street. They're going to be up for the next couple weeks, so if you haven't seen them, stop in. They're all lovely and very hard to choose the winners, but I didn't have to do that. So, third place is going to go to Alexis Smith. Come on up. She had a really nice black and white photo of High Street, and I heard that she may or may not ran into the middle of the street really quickly. So congratulations, it's a very nice photo. Second place, I know Miss Hurley said she wasn't going to make it this evening. Leslie Hurley, she won the second place. It was of the plane out on the Christmas tree farm on Cedar Street, snow-covered, also a very nice photo. So we'll make sure we get her award to her. And our first place winner is Kimberly Shermelski. We worked on this, believe it or not. She's received a trophy here, and we also are giving her a help me out for a second, a frame with a disc in it to capture more photos that she can save on. So her photo was also very, very nice. It was a train and very symmetrical. It was a great photo. So thank you so much for entering this year's contest.
Regina. Stay for the photo. Regina's coming.
So congratulations, and make sure you go check those photos out. Thank you.
Multi-purpose administrator. Multi-purpose administrator. Commissioner Udalvis.
Yes.
Yes, true.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Through the Department of Public Affairs Initiative and Public Relations, the Commission welcomes its 8th recipient of the Making a Difference Certificate of Appreciation. The Millville Moose Lodge, number 2488, is an example of a community organization that seeks to contribute to moose-inspired programs such as Moose Heart and Moose Haven, in addition to service activities initiated by members of the lodge in their own community that positively affect others in need. Specific activities include donating to local schools and charities. At this time, I welcome the Junior Regent of Millville Moose Lodge 2488 to accept this Certificate of Appreciation, in addition to providing a brief explanation of this organization, its services, and volunteer opportunities. If you'd like to come up with this tonight. This Making a Difference Certificate of Appreciation presented to Millville Moose Lodge number 2488 is in grateful recognition of your dedicated service and valuable contributions to the City of Millville. We would like to commend you for your exceptional qualities of selflessness, dedication, and citizenship. On behalf of the Commission of the City of Millville, we would like to thank you for your efforts of ensuring the vitality of the community through all you do. Thank you very much.
The Loyal Order of the Moose is a fraternal and service organization founded in 1888. Currently, we have combined 1 million members, roughly 1,600 lodges, 49 states in Canada, Great Britain, and Bermuda. Along with the other units of the Moose International, the Loyal Order of Moose supports the operation of the Moose Heart Child City and School. It's a 1,000-acre community for children and teens in need, located about 40 miles outside of Chicago. Moose Haven is a 70-acre retirement community for members near Jacksonville. Addition, the members conduct about $70 million worth of community service through various activities, including locally, we volunteer at senior centers, Meals on Meals, food drives, Toys for Tots, raise money for local families in need if we hear of any families that need anything. We also like to have events. We have Friday night dinners, holidays, parties, craft nights, flea markets. Twice a year we're open to the public for people to come in, see what we're about, what we do. We always welcome members to come in. If you know a child that's in need that might be a fit for Moose Heart, we have applications. You can certainly, by all means, we'll be more than happy to sponsor a child. We like to work together to create lifelong bonds between the members through activities, shared concern for children in need, seniors in the community in which we live in. So again, if you know anybody needs any help with anything, please just reach out to us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. This is our senior regent, Joan Fauber,
Hi, Joan.
and junior graduate. Junior. Darlene is previous senior regent.
Thank you to the Millville Moose Lodge, number 2488, for joining us this evening. In addition, nomination forms for the Making a Difference in Millville recognition are available as PDF files on the city website or available at Millville City Hall. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Can we go right into bills, please?
Mr. Mayor, bills be paid up to properly certified.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Minutes?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve and dispense with the reading of the following minutes: March 5th, 2019 work session, regular session, closed session, and
Second.
proceed with the regular order of business.
Hold on,
Second
folks,
motion.
you got to go out this way. If you're going, yep, sorry, Commissioner, I'm sorry.
Second motion.
We have a first and a second. Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We've now reached the public comment on agenda items. Is that right? Number 9?
Yes.
Anyone that would like to speak on an agenda item, please step up to the mic. State your name and concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Mr. Carty's on his way up.
Tim Carty, Millville. I just want to touch on the ordinance on second reading, 18-1, about the curbside collection for the waste pickup.
Okay.
The only couple of concerns is, if we do this, it says the city's going to be picking it up twice a year, correct? What happens if we have a bad storm?
Then we would be out and do what we'd have to do. Obviously, if there's an emergency or something else, we would definitely be responsible to go out and do it.
I figured that. I just wanted to
Yes.
ask. And also, is there possibly a way that the different areas that the pickups are, could them residents get at least a couple weeks' notice? Because right now, when the pickups go for the brush and the leaves, nobody knows what area they're in.
So it would be something like we could put on our website?
Yeah, your website, you could put up your VSM boards with a message.
The other thing we can do, Tim, not to cut you out, we can also put it in the billings. We can put some kind of message in the tax bills.
Right, but I think he wants us to zoom into closer weeks. Like, in other words, give a 2-week notice
Okay.
to each area in town.
Yeah, I think that's
We'll probably do
possible.
by
Okay.
notice on the
Should be no
website.
problem.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So, website. Notification. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, I close the public comment on agenda items only. Old business, please.
There's no old business, Mayor.
Petitions and letters.
Okay, we have correspondence received from the New Jersey Department of Transportation regarding Route 47-347 and Route 4950 Corridor Enhancements Intelligent Transportation System, ITS, and Operational Improvements Final Design Project.
Mr. Mayor, I move to receive and file this correspondence.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yes.
Reports of Commissioner.
Oh,
Commissioner
we have
Cooper.
one more item here. We have correspondence received from Commissioner Pepitone regarding a reappointment of 13 police chaplains and the new appointment of 1 police chaplain.
I move that this be received and filed.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Reports of Commissioners. Commissioner Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Welcome.
From the Parks Department, we have removed all the brush from the third base line and the fence at Union Lake Ball Field fence line. We have many leagues who use this field for practice and games, and now we'll have a nice clear view of the lake while you play your game. It's shaping up and really looking really good. We received notification from a city resident that there was a numerous dump site. There were numerous dump sites at 25 Airworks Street. We removed the sheetrock, the doors, trim, and the trash. So we do encourage residents, if you see dump sites, please report them so we can handle them. Upcoming projects. We're starting spring cleanups on city-owned properties. We'll also be starting to turn on our water and concession stands at the bathrooms for all of our leagues at our complexes. Spring is in the air, and we are ready for some nice weather. We have some upcoming events that our parks manager, Samantha Cruz, will have a dissertation on later on in the meeting. That'll be all from the Parks Department, Mr. Mayor. Moving forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Cooper. Commissioner Pepitone.
Yeah, I'd like to give thanks for all the employees that fall under my department. However, I would like to give special recognition to Chief Michael Lippincott and Fire Prevention Specialist UFD Stephen Alcorn for assisting in the city clerk's office with their annual inspection of all ABC establishments within the city. They also have decided to take it a step further and will be combining the ordinance enforced by the clerk's office into their fire inspection for the greater productivity, for both departments. We would like to thank them all for their cooperation and teamwork. In addition, I want to speak about the character of another employee, Efren Tirado. While performing his duties as a laborer who cleans the city's facilities, Mr. Tirado found a diamond ring that was misplaced inside the police department foyer. He immediately turned the item of value to the police chief, who contacted the owner. This is the second time in his career with the city that he found something of high value and did the right thing by turning it in. The first time he found a wallet with over $1,200 cash inside. Mr. Tirado deserves to be recognized for his trustworthiness and loyalty to the city and being an exemplary employee. I'd like to have a round of applause for that gentleman. And with that progress, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Udalvis?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In regard to the Zoning Board of Adjustment, the March 7th meeting included approvals of the following applications: 1D variance for an addition of a second-floor, two-bedroom residential unit for employee use in an I-1 industrial zone, and 1D variance for a Taekwondo gym and after-school child programming in a B3 business district zone. In regard to the Planning Board, the March 11th meeting included approvals for two applications: a conditional use variance of the current use of residence for pet grooming, and a site plan waiver for the City of Millville in a split lot in which Vineland will issue all site plan and permitting approvals. A special meeting of the Planning Board will take place on March 25th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. in the Richard C. McCarthy Chambers. At the March 19th work session, the department will present a summary of revisions to be introduced to Chapter 11 Bureau of Permits. We had actually made a revision to reschedule this for the April 2nd work session meeting, so this description will actually be forwarded to the commissioners for their review prior to a first reading. In regard to new business item 2 on this evening's agenda, the department is in the process of finalizing bid specifications and formalizing public notice for proceedings pertaining to the demolition of 4 properties. With the approval of the motion to authorize the city clerk to advertise for the demolitions upon availability of bid specification and public notice, the department aims to advance its adherence to blight elimination, a national objective of the Community Development Block Grant, as well as taking steps to fulfill an integral aspect of the Center City Neighborhood Revitalization Plan. And with the conclusion of this report, Mr. Mayor, progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to submit the tax collector report for the month of February 2019.
Second the motion.
Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Anything else? Vice
Yeah,
Mayor?
progress, Mayor.
Progress. All right, I do have a report here. But I can't find it. It's our Streets and Roads report. Do you have that in front of you, Gina?
It's in the
in the
packet.
packet.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I move to receive and file the Streets and Roads Report for February 2019. It is item 1 beneath your discussion.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion
I'd like to
carries.
comment on one more thing. Well, it's two things. Just this past Friday, I attended a talent show at Lakeside School for our 10th graders. And you want to talk about some talent in 10th grade, boys and girls. I was amazed. I happened to be a judge with a couple school board members, a Vineland principal, and a sheriff officer. And the talent that's just, Mike Trout he better watch out. I mean, I know he's making a lot of money, as they said today in the paper or in ESPN. But let me say this. We have some talent in the city of Millville with these young people. And I was very, very surprised that they would get up in front of a large crowd at Lakeside and perform the way they did. It was a lot of fun. The other thing I want to mention is our Cumberland County Heroes. That event is on Friday the 22nd. And we have 3 great people that were nominated, or actually nominated, they won. J.T. Burks, who does a phenomenal job with our youth. That young man does things with our kids in football, basketball, personally takes them out here and there, does an outstanding job. We have another guy, Reese, who has the Reese Barbershop. His real name is Barry Cephas, is 6 in Sassafras. Another young man that does a lot for the community. I've done several events with Reese when he goes out and buys coats, goes out and buys lunch bags or lunch boxes, and delivers them or has them over at the shop so these kids can come over. And also Millie Madness. If you haven't met Millie, she's over at the Integrity Hair Salon for Girls right across the Levoy Theater. She's another one, a winner of ours. She's right now doing a show with Jim Quinn. She's on there with Zach Reed, and she was also on there with somebody else. But 3 people from Millville that have been nominated as Cumberland County Heroes, and big shout out to them. It makes us look good, along with the other people that are going to receive rewards. And I know our one of our freeholders, Karen Musso, is also one of the winners. So with that, I close with that, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
So we'll go with ordinances on second reading.
All right, we have an ordinance amending the municipal code of the City of Millville, Chapter 61, Streets and Roads Department, Article 7, Yard Waste, Section 55, Curbside Collection of Yard Waste, Subsection C, amending the collection schedule for loose brush.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this proposed ordinance on second and final reading.
Second motion.
So this is a public hearing. Anyone that has any comments on this ordinance, ordinance number 1, on amending the municipal code of the City of Millville, Chapter 61, Streets and Roads Department, please step up to the mic, state your name and your concerns, and limit your comments to 5 minutes, please. Seeing no one, I close item number 1 on ordinances on second reading. Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Ordinances on first reading, please.
Okay, we have an ordinance amending the municipal code of the City of Millville, Chapter 52, Police Regulations, Article 13, Towing and Storage Fees, subsection 52 through 60.3G, responsibility of towing operators on the list.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on April 6th?
April 2nd.
April 2nd, after due publication as provided by law.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Second item is an ordinance amending Municipal Code, Chapter 39, Article 10, Schedule 21, Parking Reserved for Handicapped Persons, to add Jeanette Moreno, 807 North 5th Street.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading with final consideration given on April 2nd after due publication as provided by law.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Third item is an ordinance amending the Municipal Code of the City of Millville, Chapter 60, Stormwater Management and Pollution Control, Article 5, Improper Disposal of Waste, subsection 60-31B, exemptions.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on April 2nd, 2019, after due publication as provided for by law.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 4 is an ordinance amending the Municipal Code of the City of Millville, Chapter 17, Fire Department, Article 3, Enforcement of Uniform Fire Safety Act, Section 17-13, Local Enforcing Agency Established, Section 17-14, Appointment, Section 17-17, Training and Supervision, and Section 17-19, Non-Life Hazard Uses. The amendments will make the ordinance consistent with the recent updates to the New Jersey Uniform Fire Code.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on April 2nd after due publication as provided for by law.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5 is an ordinance amending Municipal Code, Chapter 39, Article 10, Schedule 21, Parking Reserved for Handicapped Persons, to add James K. Gandy across from 711 Dock Street.
And Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this ordinance on first reading with final consideration given on April 2nd after due publication as provided for by law.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. And item 6 is an ordinance amending the salary ordinance to add the following new title: Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics, bilingual in Spanish-English, with a minimum of $20,000 and a maximum of $54,975.
Mr. Mayor, move for the passage of this proposed ordinance on first reading with final consideration to be given on April 2nd, 2019, after due publication provided for by law.
Second the motion?
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Resolutions.
Okay, item 1 is a resolution certifying that the City of Millville's hiring practices comply with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records and employment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing the introduction of the calendar year 2019 municipal budget.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments?
If I may, Mr. Mayor, the budget's prepared. Each commissioner has a copy of that budget, and there'll be a public hearing in reference to the budget on April 16th. So, and it's also, I believe, on the internet from the city.
Under the item on the agenda, it's
Yeah.
it's been
I think
published.
that was done today, if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken. So you can find it on the internet. Okay,
Great.
folks?
Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing award of contract for the project known as City of Millville Solid Waste and Recyclable Materials Collection Service to South Jersey Sanitation, Hamilton, New Jersey, for their successful low bid in the amount of $1,077,357 for a one-year contract for the period covering April 1st, 2019 through March 31st, 2020.
Mr. Mayor, with that, I have certification of availability of funds in the amount of $103,000 toward the contract amount of $1,077,357 from Chief Financial Officer Marcella Shepard, and I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing award of contract to DNR Landscaping for landscape maintenance, lawn grass treatment, and lawn grass mowing services 2019 in the amount not to exceed $105,333.60.
And with that, Mr. Mayor, I have a certification of funds from our Chief Financial Officer, Marcella Shepard, in the amount of $105,333.60, and I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. A resolution approving a settlement agreement with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in the matter of a notice of violation issued to the City of Millville Municipal Landfill, primarily for late submission of the 2017 annual certification requiring the City of Millville to pay a penalty in the amount of $750.
Mr. Mayor, with that, I have certification of availability of funds in the amount of $750 from Chief Financial Officer Marcella Shepard, and I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? I will make a comment on this. There's a lot of people that send me emails in reference to this penalty that we got from DEP. Mistakes are made. We're humans. This is back from 2017. We've rectified it. We're going to make sure it doesn't happen again. And if it doesn't happen again, then we're gonna have to do something different. But at this point, DEP did what they had to do. We were in violation. We fixed it, and we're moving on. With that, roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution authorizing the City of Millville to enter into an agreement with South Jersey Regional Animal Shelter for animal sheltering services for the period covering January 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019, in an amount not to exceed $111,672.
Joe?
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution with certification. We have certification of funds from Marcella Shepard, our Chief Financial Officer, in the amount of $111,672.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 7 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the water and sewer records.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 8 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records.
Mr. Mayor, move the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 9 is a resolution appointing Charlene Johnson as a member of the Millville Zoning Board of Adjustment to fill the unexpired term of the alternate 2 vacant position with a term expiring January 2nd, 2020.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 10 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 1, Subsection 11-6 of the Municipal Code.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 11 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service contract through a non-fair and open process with Barbara J. Fagley of Environmental Resolutions Incorporated in connection with matters involving the local redevelopment and housing law in an amount not to exceed $5,000 for the period covering March 1st, 2019 through February 20th, 2020.
Mr. Mayor, with that, I have certification of availability of funds in the amount of $5,000 from Chief Financial Officer Marcella Shepard, and I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments?
Mr. Mayor, to provide an explanation to the Commission, we've actually worked with our City Solicitor, Brock Russell, in order to work on how we can implement certain procedures that go along with our draft for our zoning ordinance. So with seeking consultation from Ms. Barbara Fagley, we are also helping to clarify some of the ordinances and proofread them to ensure that the revisions that are being made are being properly implemented.
And she's going to help us with our redevelopment agreements, redeveloper agreements, I should say. And we've got a number of things that are cooking right now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
she'll be
Absolutely.
very helpful. She has a lot of experience with that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 12 is a resolution authorizing the modification of the Department of Parks and Public Properties work schedule to 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. with half-hour lunch during the summer months.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second the motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Okay, I have one more, and that's a resolution authorizing Synergy LLC to apply for interconnection application for the solar project at the city buildings.
Mr. Mayor, I move for the adoption of this resolution.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
No.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
No.
Okay, motion carries.
New business, please.
Okay. I just need a motion to authorize a social affair permit on behalf of the Riverfront Renaissance Center for the Arts for an event to be held at 22 North High Street on June 15, 2019, from 6 to 10 p.m.
Bless you.
Mr. Mayor, I move the adoption of this resolution or motion.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, and I need a motion to authorize the city clerk to advertise for the demolition of 4 properties as soon as the bid specifications are finalized and public notice is formalized.
So moved.
Second motion.
Any comments? Roll call.
Commissioner Pepitone?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parent?
Yes.
Commissioner Udalvis?
Yes.
Commissioner Cooper?
Yes.
Mayor Santiago?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Nice job, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
We've now reached the public comment portion of our meeting. Anyone would like to address this commission, please go to the podium, state your name and address your concerns, and please limit your comments to approximately 5 minutes.
Hi, Greg Kears, Millville. I had a couple questions. The first one was, I believe it was a couple meetings ago, it was mentioned that the city was going to acquire cameras for monitoring the streets, like on the ways in and out of town. What company was that going to be through?
The same company that they were
The
talking
same
about.
one that
Through
we were.
Vigilant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vigilant.
I was just wondering because I don't know if you're aware, a couple days ago, the ACLU was able to get internal documents by Vigilant that showed that they own the data that's gathered, and they're sharing it without consent of the municipalities or the police departments of those cities with ICE, and it's being used to in targeted ICE raids. So just wanted to put that out there. The second thing is, what's the policy of the city when it comes to like just dumping massive amounts of water out onto city streets? Because right near me, there's a farm where water is just getting pumped out of the
Are
ground.
you talking about Dumont Street, Greg?
No, Cedarville Road.
Okay.
Across from the airport.
Okay.
Can I
Maybe it's
respond to
Dumont
that?
Street.
We're amending actually one of the stormwater that's on here. That's actually to address that because
Okay, yeah,
right now
'cause
it's
it's just
legal.
being,
Right
like,
now it's
dumped
legal,
out,
and
and
with we had an issue with freezing. So if it creates, this is going to change it where if it creates a hazard, it's going to be deemed enforceable.
Yeah, and I was wondering too, because that was a farm for a lot of years, and like that ground's been treated with for long enough that God only knows what at this point. So not just the freezing, because that's all new infrastructure through there, but also, any chemicals that might go into our, water treatment processing center and stuff. But the stuff with the Vigilant, you might want to look into. It was uncovered by the ACLU
Thank you
a
for that
couple
information.
days ago, I believe, through an Oprah request.
What exactly is ICE? Did you know that? ICE?
In Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They're essentially using the camera data because it's owned by the company. ICE is purchasing it and using it to track communities of illegal immigrants to, selective enforcement, essentially. But, and the bigger issue, too, is any data collected by that company, even if it's not ICE-related, is owned by that company. So that means, like, if they provide it to the police on their cars and the cars just drive around taking license plate numbers, or the backs of tow trucks are one of the biggest things they've also found, that that information is just being stored, and because it's owned privately and the way the contract is structured, the city and law enforcement has no say over what's done with that data. We've essentially sold the data to them for their own usage, and we can't stop them even if we want. So
Thank you for that information. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg.
Good evening, Resica Brown, Dream Builders. Two upcoming events. Open mic night at Cornerstone Community Church. We're having it every second Friday. And it's just an atmosphere of positivity and uplifting message. $3 at the door. For the last two open mics, it has been very well. Different talented individuals have been coming down to Millville. Actually, have some coming down from Glassboro, some from Philadelphia, so that it's always a blessing. And second open mic that I'm hosting is going to be in Hope Loft at 40 East Commerce Street, which is in Bridgeton, and this open mic will be televised, which I'm very excited. It's going to be televised on Channel 22. And if you know anyone, all creative poets, singers, dancers, instrumentalists, and those who enjoy the arts are encouraged to come out. Let's uplift and empower one another through our gifts and talent. This will be April 19th, 2019 at 7 p.m. and the same April 12th at Cornerstone. That will also be at 7 p.m. And this is also $3 donation at the door. And if you know anyone that would like to perform, you can contact Hillary at hopeloft.com. And you can reach out to her at her cell phone number as well. But if you know anyone that would like to perform, you can run it by me as well, too, on Facebook or so. But, we are definitely progressing. We're having open mics for even the young adults to take part of, and also just for family outing as well. So I look forward to hopefully seeing some of you guys there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. Commissioners, good time for all of you to be here.
Joe Sutherland, 51 Dorset Avenue. I'm here as the coordinator of the Millville Municipal Alliance Committee. And I'd let you know we took 9 children up to the New Jersey State Elks Peer Leadership Conference. And I spent a weekend up there. They got workshops on leadership, on prevention, and they bring that information back and share it with other students in the school. We also are looking forward to our ball team starting up, and a little later on, the PAL football league is going to be starting, and we appreciate all that you do to allow us to help the students and young people in our community, because without you, it wouldn't happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Right back at you, Joe. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Natalie Tyson, Dream Builders Empire Network. Today I want to share about the laws of God and nature. And it doesn't matter if we believe it or not. It doesn't change the price of tea. And the first law, which is, I'm only going to touch one of them today, it's the law of divine oneness. And it states that in every waking moment, we are creating and altering our lives. Our present situation and future is and will be the product of our thoughts, our visualization, our intentions, our emotions, feelings, beliefs, attitudes, expectations, and what we will or will not allow ourselves to experience and to shape. What we think, do, say, and believe will have a corresponding effect on others in this world. We are not isolated as individuals. We must become aware, and the more we become aware, we realize that what we think of each other, whether good, bad, or indifferent, not only affects us, but it affects someone else. So if we pay attention and be mindful of the thoughts we have of others, if each of us become responsible for those thoughts, this is how the world changes. This is how environments change. This is how communities change, by being mindful of our thoughts of others. And we will realize that we're not different. We're not different. We all connected and we all the same, whether our color, creed, race, origin, none of that matters. But we're responsible as human beings to make sure that we generate the right spirit and the right thoughts. So whether we consider people our enemies, our friends, our thoughts not only affect them, but it affects us. So I encourage you, this is how the world works, okay? Never mind what has been projected over the years anywhere else and what has become the norm. This should be our new norm, that I would think of others as I would like them to think about me. And I encourage you to continue doing what you do and being a part of making Millville this great world-class city. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Natalie.
Hello, I'm Samantha Cruz, manager of the Parks Department, also here of Millville. As promised, I do have the recreational events happening. There's a lot of them, and I'll try to make it speedy, but it's great. It really is this time of the year when things start busting loose. I get a little crazy, but I know good things are going to happen. So tomorrow night is going to be our RVC meeting, which Mayor spoke about earlier. We have been doing this for a year now, and we've had a lot of success in what we're doing. So join us. It's not too late. You can pop in and out. You don't have to commit to every meeting. You have an idea, you want to bring it, bring it. We've supported almost every idea that has come to the RVC. So come on out tomorrow night. We are going to be at our regular location, which is the Millville Senior Center. It allows me to prepare wonderful snacks for you. So come on down, 6 o'clock tomorrow night at the Millville Senior Center. Great news about the Easter egg hunt. I got confirmation that the Easter Bunny will be at our Easter egg hunt. So I'm very, very excited about that because, the one and only Easter Bunny is very important to have at a Easter egg hunt. So, but I will tell you, you have to be there 11 a.m. sharp. If you've been there, there are no eggs at 11:01, okay? They're cleared up. So, at the... Mayor, you're going to have to stop doing that.
I'm just wondering.
They can't see you, so they think I'm crazy.
What did you say again? The Easter egg will be there?
The Easter egg. Did I say that? Or are you putting those words in my mind? The Easter bunny will be there.
Bunny.
The bunny's
Did I
going
say
to be
Easter
there.
egg bunny? Did I say that?
Bunny.
The bunny.
See, Mayor, they can't see you. They think I'm crazy.
The bunny's going to be there.
Yeah.
The bunny will be there.
We'll have the eggs too,
Oh,
but
goodness.
the bunny.
All
The
right,
egg's gonna be there too. Okay.
moving on. We've been here a little late, Been in since
Just to clear it, that's all.
6:30 this morning. So, anyway, another great situation we have going on with the RVC is our cleanup series. The flyers are out and about. They're actually up there. So if each of you could just take one, post it anywhere. Post it in a store, post it on the Wawa. You go somewhere every single day. So if you could post one flyer for me, that would be fabulous. They're up there on the thing. But we have 4 of them coming up. 3rd Ward is going to be April 6th. High Street and side streets is going to be May 4th. Center City will be May 18th. And South Millville will be June 1st. They're all Saturdays, and they all start at 9 a.m., wrapping up around noon. We will feed you, and we will also give out prizes for you helping us get the trash off the streets. We have been, which Commissioner Cooper announced last meeting, we are working on all of our 4th of July celebrations with the New Jersey Motorsports Park, and we did decide to put that together with our food truck festival to make it a bigger event for July 6th. So I hope that you can come out and join that. And then one of my favorites right now is National Night Out. I'm working very closely with the police department and Mary's on that team to have National Night Out, which we have not had as long as I've been here. I think, Commissioner Parent, we might have had it in the 90s or something like that, but not as long as I've been here with the city. So we're very, very excited about that. This year, National Night falls out on Tuesday, August 6th. We're going to be having it at Lakeside Middle School. And we're not competing with Violin. Violin actually said to us, we don't mind you taking some, of Millville, because a lot of Millville people go out to Violin. So we're hoping to provide that wonderful event here in Millville. It'll be our first year. So give us a little time, but we have lots and lots of vendors. I don't want to give all the secrets away yet, but we have a lot of businesses who have already stepped up and are donating, so it will not cost the city a lot of money. So I would like to thank Officer Sue Taylor. Her and I, we actually, I don't know if it was a real work day, because we went out and we started talking to businesses, and we had a good time doing it. And a lot of people were like, wow, that's awesome. So I hope that each and every one of you come out. I am going to have dunk tank sessions out there that will need to be filled. So I know that there's been a couple commissioners who have done that.
Cooper?
Unfortunately, Commissioner Cooper will be on vacation.
I'm on vacation also.
I don't know.
Are we going together?
I'll check on that, but we do appreciate it.
Commissioner Pepitone just volunteered.
Oh, okay, great, wonderful. We'll see you there. Thank you. I have 4th of July open too, so those who can't make that will be at 4th of July. So you can't. I mean, if you're going on vacation that long, we have to double check that.
If I remember right, there was 3 of us on this commission that did that once.
Yes, you
already.
did.
So
Yes.
there's 2 commissioners that we won't talk about that have not.
Correct, yes. So there's always time. I forget about we forget about the past. You can always make up in the future, okay? But I do really want to appreciate the City Commission, the administrative staff here. I come up with these crazy ideas, and they normally always support them. So I do want to mention Mr. Torado. Very huge pleasure for him to be in it's an honor that he even works in our department. So he's a great asset to the city of Millville, and I can't thank him enough because he does the job that I guarantee none of us would want to do. I don't really want to do it. So I do want to thank you for commending him this evening, and he's definitely a asset to the city of Millville. So thank you for always allowing me to take up your sweet time. If you ever need any of this stuff, just send me an email, say, Sam, remind me what's going on, and we can do that for you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Anyone else? I close the public portion of the meeting. Commissioner Cooper.
Mary, nothing to say? She's been
Too late.
quiet. She's
It's
been
too late.
quiet. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a few things I have. So once again, I do want to say congratulations. Well, really not congratulations, but thank you for being awesome to Ephraim. He actually works for the Parks Department. Just wanted to say that. Not the police department, the Parks Department.
It happened in the police department.
Okay. All right. Just clarification here.
You'll get the rebuttal when the church
So yeah, he's really a really good guy. Does a lot of hard work over there, and keep up the good work, Ephraim. We appreciate you. I just want to talk a quick minute about the RVC, and you know we've done this for a year, and it really has gone really well. And I just wanted to point out to you, if you really haven't been there, come out to an RVC meeting. There's no membership trial. There's no, we don't tie you down to any kind of obligation. Come out when you can and be a part of the RVC. Where else can you go in your community and get together with people in your community who you don't know, and you work on projects for your city on a volunteer basis? I mean, where else do you have that at? So we've had the beauty of doing that for this past year, and it's worked out really well, and we look forward to continuing that. Also, what I'm excited about is the cleanup series. How many do we have? 6? 4? Off by 2. It's okay. But maybe there might be 2 more coming. So with these cleanup series, we get together. Last year we started in 3rd Ward, and the mayor was out there, and Commissioner Udalovis was out there. I think Commissioner Pepitone was out there, and we really covered the whole area. Did we or did we not? Mm-hmm. We really covered the whole area, and we finished up at the Eagles. Yes. We finished up at the Eagles Club, and they gave us food, and it was prizes out there. It's really a good time. It's no better good time to have while you're cleaning, right? So try to check out a couple series or 2 if you can with that. Body cameras, I'm excited to hear about that, being a police officer myself. Officer safety is paramount with those body cameras, and you will see, and I'm sure, Brock, you can attest to this, that you will see a lot of complaints go down when you see those body cameras on. A lot of menial complaints go down. But the other part about the body cameras that people have to realize is that it's citizen safety as well. So it's not just for officers, it's for everyone. So I'm happy to see that we're actually having discussions about that. Winter Photo Awards, beautiful pics. Really go check them out at the RRCA. Really, those photos are really nice over there. I think you can get them on a discount too if you go over there. Millville Moose Lodge, very nice place. I actually had my daughter's birthday party there. Some nice people over there, and very nice place to visit. So if you want to be a member, it's a nice place to have an event there. Red Cross, I think we've all been affected by the Red Cross. So I don't think there's a person here that can attest that they have not been affected. Red Cross, I'm happy that we honor them, and hopefully we'll be a part of that. What are they doing that they're going to be checking detectors, right? The smoke detectors coming up. So we'll be doing that soon with them. I'm excited about that. Open mic, Rezica. I think I'm going to pull the mayor down there, and we're going to do a singing duo. I think we'll practice in the next couple weeks. Mayor, are you still up for that?
No.
Okay. I gave it a shot, Rezica, but what can I say?
I can't do it.
And maybe we can take the vice mayor down there. He's got the new voice, so maybe we can take him down. But let me tell you what But Miss Natalie, what you said, there's a saying in the Bible that says, death and life come out of the tongue. And it's really important what we say to each other, how we communicate to each other. As my mother used to tell me when I was a kid, communication is the name of the game. It may sound like a cliche, but it's still very important today. I know my children, I'll be standing right next to them, and instead of them talking to me, they'll text me. That's not really effective communication. So I'm hoping that we can get back to some of those old forms of communication where we can just sit here and talk to each other without sending each other an email or a text. We can actually have conversation. I think that's paramount. What I am encouraged about also is Synergy and what they have to offer. And I think we are doing our due diligence. And I want to thank you again, Marcy, for your input today. And I look forward to really looking at those numbers. I think you're going to send us all the numbers so we can confirm that. And also, the green initiatives with Mr. Finger, I was happy to see him come down here and explain all that he can do and not really give us the finger. But he was... So, as we move positively together, our city changes. And it changes for the better. So I thank you all for being a part of this city. Thank you all for being a part of the positive change here. And let's keep it moving forward. Mr. Mayor, moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Pepitone.
Yes, Mayor. I want to recognize Mary for being here tonight, as she always has. And tonight, with Bruce Cooper, we're going to talk about neighborhood watch again. It's not forgotten. It's been on the back burner a little bit with the cold weather. But we're going to look tonight to connect it with RVC. In fact, I remember, like you said, about a year ago, when like all the commissioners were here and we had people in the audience trying to put together the ideas of what the RVC was going to be about. And after it came together, Bruce and Sam have taken it to the next level, making it a really viable organization in the city that does so much. So thank you guys for all that you guys have been doing with the RVC. Joe, you're always there for our kids. And again, you talked about the Elks event. Thank you for what you do. You thank us, but for all the times that you've given, your life to the betterment of our kids, as each one reaches one to have a positive impact on each other. I want to take my hat off to you and thank you for that. Special thanks to Rudy Bew for coming, police chief in Vineland, during our work session to share with us the success that Vineland has had with body cameras. We are looking into it. Bruce mentioned it as well. As he mentioned, I think you're going to see a lot less complaints. Safety for not only the police officers, but for the citizens of the community, something we're definitely looking into. Again, Jody, our police chief, moved a little bit slower, but the benefit that we have of that is the fact that the other departments have worked out the kinks. So when we put something in together, it's going to be top notch. And I think I covered it all. Solar is going to be the way to go, I think, to save money for our city. We're going to move ahead on it. I'm glad for everyone who was here tonight to speak about it, to educate us a little bit better. And I'm looking forward to us implementing some type of solar plan very shortly. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Dowd.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I would like to thank each of the presenters for our March 19th work session. Through the Making a Difference recognition, the Board of Commissioners and Department of Public Affairs have had the opportunity to recognize the valuable contributions of many organizations within the city of Millville. And the addition of Millville Moose Lodge number 2488 is a welcome addition to the Making a Difference honorees. Thank you to Darlene Madera and the Junior Regent of the Millville Moose Lodge for joining the Commission this evening to explain their mission and demonstrate opportunities for community involvement. Reinforcing the public relations initiative to recognize our local volunteer organizations, I remind all Millville citizens to review and complete a nomination form available at City Hall or at the city website, www.millvillenj.gov, and to join the Commission in its goal to recognize the programs and individuals who serve our community. Oh, in the conclusion of this statement, Mr. Mayor, progress.
Thank you, Commissioner. Vice Mayor.
I got to try to get this through. Natalie, once again, thank you for the benediction. You're an inspiration at the end of the meetings. I just want to thank everybody. Commissioners putting up with my new voice. We're still working on it. Somebody said something about there's an audition for The Godfather. I got the voice for that. But I'm here. Anyway, Mayor, progress.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. Have a safe trip home. And that's my statement. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
This meeting's adjourned. Thank you. Be safe going home.